bill will be submitted to Tinubu September 3. APC more comfortable discussing Atiku than fixing Nigeria. This is from ADC. Says 2027 will be decided by over 200 million Nigerians. More headlines from the Guardian newspaper. Post reforms, federal government other pass burden of economic growth, stability to state governors. Senate threatens sanctions as CBN, NUPRC, NDDC, others shun committee. You can find the story on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper. 767 factories shut, 335 others in distress under Tinubu's watch, Atiku alleges. On page 5, Nigerians, others lose $484 million to cyber attacks as Interpol warns of AI influence. Osun polls, I'm not under pressure, but don't trust police, says ADENIYI. Jam to go paperless as INA unveils 5-year transformation roadmap. Federal government rallies public input on state police as report says death toll hits 5,091 in Q2. Still on the Guardian newspaper, Falana demands probe of suspicious deaths, warns against cover-ups. Enugu church abduction shows no Nigerian is safe, Obi warns. And finally, from the front page of the Guardian newspaper, Shore reignites controversy over Tinubu's educational status. Moving on to Daily Trust, we paid 50 million naira to secure Kebbi judge's release. Family. 2027, Makinde, Fayemi, Onilola meets Obasanjo. Osun, Adeleke seeks president intervention on killings. Phantom Council, ICPC concludes probe. Yes, moving on to Vanguard newspaper. Nigerians' quality of life took us to Tinubu. This is from Onoyeko. Says we are done talking. Tells president to govern better. FCCPC 6 uniform consumer protection as states open electricity market. That's on page 19. 2027 Nigerians not Obasanjo will decide election. ADC. Economic Summit. Shetima, Okonjo-Iweala, Elumelu others seek investment for Delta. I pity Tinubu, but more concern for Nigeria. This is from Olapo Ashim. PFIPC, allow me to testify. I'm being made scapegoat. This is from ADENIYI. Seeks administrative clearance to appear before reps panel. NEC approves refinancing of $3.3 billion Project Gazelle to optimize cost, unlock additional liquidity. On page 45 of Vanguard newspaper, what Tinubu told me after staff member died in my residence, EMMANUEL. And also again we have this story, APC, ADENIYI clash over notorious criminals protection. Kano Central Senator anger dumps NDC. John targets digital reform. And we also have this, we will secure victory, says Uzodimma. And finally, PDP state chairman seek to Turaki, others prosecution for impersonation forgery. If you are just joining, this is the newspaper review right here on JDN 101.5 FM, broadcasting live from the city of Ibadan. And yes, I'm about to take stories starting with the Punch newspaper. And do not forget that you can call in to share your thoughts on any of the stories when the studio lines are open. Yes, I have the story. This is from Osun. Osun polls, Nigeria's democracy under threat. Adeleke tells Tinubu. Governor Ademola Adeleke of Osun on Monday told President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that with the growing spate of violence and killings occasioned by politically motivated crisis in the state, Nigeria's democracy is under threat. He emphasized determination of the people to resist rigging during August 15 polls, alleging that selective arrest and killing of Accord Party members may set a stage for the occurrence of the Old Western Region's crisis after the 1983 elections, which he recalled resulted in genocide and wanton destruction of properties in Old Oyo and Ondo states. Expressing worry over the seeming nonchalant posture of Tinubu to the pre-election violence in Osun, which led to alleged killings and indiscriminate arrest of Accord Party members in various local government areas. Adeleke said, Mr. President, something is happening in Osun that you didn't intervene. Further saying they are killing our people. You are the president. You are the father for all of us. Osun has said they won't allow rigging. There won't be rigging in Osun State. More of this on the Punch newspaper for today. Tinubu to review state police bill September 3. President Bola Tinubu will receive the Executive National Policing Bill for review on September 3. The presidency reviewed on Monday. This was as it unveiled a public information portal through which Nigerians can submit memoranda and position papers to shape the legislation before it is reviewed by the President and transmitted to National Assembly. Chief of Staff to the President and Chairman of the Presidential Working Group on the National Policing Bill, Femi Gbajabiamila, made the disclosures while briefing State House correspondent after convening a meeting of the group at the Aso Rock Presidential Villa, Abuja. During the briefing, Gbajabiamila disclosed that the approved work program was a 7-week milestone-driven exercise running from July 27 to September 14, 2026. He explained that the final package would comprise schedules, an explanatory memorandum, a legal audit, and consequential amendment of the 40% peculiar allowance for federal workers. The union said it was seeking an audience with the minister on or before August 11, warning that failure to resolve the issues could spark unrest among public servants. In a letter addressed to the ministers and signed by the National Secretary of the Council, Benga Oloyo, on behalf of the National Chairman, Benjamin Yanto, the union expressed disappointment that 2 previous letters on the matter had received no response. According to JNP-SNC, the requested meeting was intended to find an amicable resolution to workers' outstanding welfare demands and avert what it described as brewing industrial crisis. PFN President vows to defy proposed restriction on preaching. The President of the Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria, Bishop Wale Oke, has strongly opposed the proposed restriction on preaching in commercial buses, declaring that Christians would continue to evangelize regardless of any legislation seeking to curb the practice. Speaking during a church sermon on Sunday, Oke described the measure as an attack on Christians' constitutional and biblical responsibility to preach the gospel, insisting that members on the fellowship would resist its enforcement. The cleric also criticized the National Assembly for, in his view, prioritizing restrictions on religious activities instead of addressing insecurity, kidnapping, banditry, and other violent crimes. Oke warned that Christians would resist any attempt to implement the law, adding that those behind the proposal should consider their position. Now it is time to hear from you. If you'd like to